What's up, everybody? It's Matt, Comic Order 410. Please excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold I've had for about a week. But about a month ago, my friend Nate and myself, we saw an ad on Craigslist for a guy who was moving and he had comics 25 cents per book. We decided to check it out and we talked him into letting us pick long boxes for 50 bucks a box. And then a week or two later, he called us, said he had 9 more long boxes of stuff he was going to keep, and he wanted $1 per book for that stuff. So we went back and picked more, and we did really well. Me and Nate found some great books. And most Craigslist stuff ends up being nonsense you don't want. This was a pretty great score for us. I also hit up a comic shop where the owner let me pick through about 12 long boxes of discount books that he was going to take to a convention for $1 to $2 per book, and he let me fill a long box for $100. So all in all, I got 5 long boxes. If you average it out, I paid about 50 cents per book, but I didn't pay more than $1 for any book I'm going to show. And these are just the highlights from those. I'm probably going to have to break it up into a couple videos. But to get started here, got a really nice, bright, boldly struck ink copy here of G.I. Joe 53. Really nice looking. Got Howard the Duck 32 I needed for my run. Uncanny X-Men 179, 182, 185, 195, 197, 216. And while I'm thinking about it, I actually found nice copies of X-Men 108 and X-Men 125, as well as 2 Marvel 30-cent test covers that I needed, a Planet of the Apes and a Defenders. They're all with my presser, but I found those in this collection as well. Superman 424, amazing Jerry Ordway cover. Really like this gimmicky 90s wraparounds by Joe Quesada, Marvel Double Edge. Got Marvel Magnaverse #1. Did not have that. What If Thor Battled Conan. Very cool issue of What If. Marvel Classics Frankenstein. Did not have that. Has an Ernie Chan cover. House of Mystery 281. Some of these are in really nice shape too. This book was red hot in the 90s. Found another Vampire Lestat #1. First print. #2. #7 and #9. Great John Bolton covers on all of those. Also found Interview with the Vampire #1. Found these Metallica comics I didn't have. This is by Revolutionary, the same people that did rock and roll comics. This is Hard Rock Comics, Metallica, the early years. And never seen this one, Metallica, the unauthorized biography. It's by Celebrity Comics. And Dead Man #1 with this Neil Adams cover. Was happy to find another various printing of Freak Brothers #1 in there. It's pretty cool. It has this sticker, the head shop, with an Amsterdam telephone number on it. Pretty ironic considering it's the Freak Brothers. Didn't have this. Knockabout Comics #4 was in there. Never seen this. Haunted Monster Museum Comics #1 signed. Found a Silver Age Snagglepuss. I believe this is #1. It's in rough shape, but it was in there. This was probably my biggest score out of this whole collection. It's in rough shape. This is probably like a 3.0 copy, but Aquaman 35, first appearance of Black Manta. Found gorgeous high-grade copies of Cerebus 56. And real quick, this is the Wolveroach storyline. Dave Sim did this without permission from Marvel. Marvel sued him over it. It was very controversial and popular at the time. These are great books, and these are excellent copies. Sure, Howler Mouse could give you a more detailed history of this and the lawsuit and all. But got Cerebus 56, 55, And 54, that's the first Wolverooch. Got a gold key Tarzan issue in there. Not sure the number. This was a pretty nice find. It has a small tear up top, but Chaos Comics Halloween #1. Tough book to find. Didn't know what this was. Very glad that I grabbed it. It's in beautiful condition. Looks like it was maybe read once. This is an Italian Dario Argento book that I've never seen before. I'm going to ask my friend who's into fanzines and horror and stuff to see if he knows what it is. This book was red hot as well in the 90s. Topps X-Files #1, and it is signed by the writer Stefan Petruccia. Got that in there. Oh, and it does have the Dynamic Forces certificate. Final issue of Master Kung Fu. Beautiful copy of Rock and Roll Comics #4, the Queen issue. Original Swamp Thing Saga. This is a $1 comic special. Didn't have this one. Just reprints of the rights and stuff. DC Frank Frazetta Masterwork series. Shining Knight. Unexpected 186. And 190. I think something might have just fallen. Army of Darkness #1 from the Dark Horse mini. It's the first Army of Darkness comic. Found Danger Girl G.I. Joe #1 Campbell cover. There was 2 of those in there. G.I. Joe vs. Transformers #1 Campbell variant with Megatron and Cobra Commander. Gorgeous copy of Marvel Spotlight 11. Found a near complete run of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen Volume 1. Didn't have a #1 in there, but I already have doubles of it, so that's fine. And now I believe I have 2 complete sets. So there's #3. This is the final issue, #6. Found a signed spread #1 first print that's signed by Justin Jordan. You know that's real because I've met him before. Very nice guy. Was happy to find these in here. Eclipse Black Magic #1. This is by Masamune Shirow, same guy who did Ghost in the Shell. It's a #1. And that's the last issue, #4. Very glad to have those. That anime actually inspired James Cameron's Terminator. Adam Hughes Ghost trade paperback. And got Star Wars 13. This is the first part of Emissaries to Malice there. And this has a gorgeous cover here by the great Mark Schultz. Big fan of him, as you know. Sorry, I think something may have fallen. Yep. And sorry, Dark Horse Comics 3 with aliens fell behind the box. Got some variant covers. These were in the shop's convention stock, so these were, you know, probably 50 cents a piece. Champions #1 Ghost Rider action figure variant. Black Widow #7 variant. I think that might be Phil Noto. Black Widow 7 variant. G.I. Joe vs. Transformers 2 convention preview from 2004. Did not have that. Beautiful Kyle Baker 1 in 25 Bizarro #1 variant. I've been wanting that. Found some nice Michael Turner stuff. Soulfire #1 limited retailer edition red sketch cover, and forget how many copies this was limited to. And this is an Aspen store variant to Soulfire #3. That one's limited to 2,500 copies. Red Wolf #2 variant. Transformers. No, this is actually, I'm sorry, this is the IDW Revolution #1 variant with Transformers, ROM, G.I. Joe, and Mask. I believe that's a 1 in 30 variant, so I was happy to get that. Transformers Revolutionaries #3 variant cover. #1, still polybagged with the card. Transformers Lost Light number 7 variant. G.I. Joe number 2 variant. This is one of the Mass Effect miniseries. It's a variant to number 1. I'm forgetting which mini though. Mask number 4, retailer incentive variant. Secret Wars 8, 1 in 25 Hildebrandt variant. I already had that, but I wasn't leaving that there. Secret Wars number 7, Simone Bianchi variant. And I believe this is number 8. Yep. Invincible Iron Man number 10 variant. It's Tom Rainey on that one. Found quite a few Neil Adams covers in this collection. Got Tomahawk 127 with a date stamp. Another great Neil Adams cover, House of Secrets 85. 186, some beauties. 184. 235. 134, House of Secrets. Should have been in order. 135. And House of Secrets 137. And then House of Mystery 197. That's a beautiful copy. Found Swamp Thing 23, which I needed for my run. Great George Perez covers here. Justice League 197 and 215. Always liked that cover. Never seen this. Grabbed it up. Whitman Comics Starstream. Pacific Comics Bernie Wrightson Master of the Macabre, number 1. I actually think I found 2 of those. Had never seen this Bernie Wrightson cover, 3-dimensional Seduction of the Innocent, number 2. Glad to have found that one. Got Vengeance of Vampirella number 2. It's signed by Buzz. Back in, what is that, 99 or 94. Ghost Hellboy number 1 with this Mike Mignola cover. Was really happy to find this. When my experience, the Verotic comics are really tough to find in the wild. Some of them aren't worth much, but they're just tough to come by. Been wanting this for a long time. Glenn Danzig and Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer Prestige format. And got Mirage Studios Prime Slime Tales, number 1. Kevin Eastman cover. Forget the name of this mini-series. It's Shi Sarayuki, number 1, Billy Tucci Virgin variant. And this is a homage to some album cover from the 80s, and I'm forgetting it right now. But very cool cover. Shi Sarayuki, I believe this might be number 1. But great Joe Jusko cover. Shi Tomo number 1, amazing holo foil wraparound. I'm a sucker for those gimmicks to this day. Lady Death number 2 from volume 1. Evil Ernie Depraved number 1, signed by Brian Pulido. Evil Ernie volume 1 number 3. Got Aliens vs. Predator number 1 with this great Film Award cover. Alien Worlds number 8. Number 9, what a beautiful John Bolton cover on that one. Alien Encounters number 9, another great cover. Alien Encounters 14, John Bolton again. I've been looking for this book for a bit. This is Monster Comics King Kong number 2. Number 1 has that great Dave Stevens cover, and it's a book a lot of people want, but you can find it. I have trouble finding this one. Finally got one. King Kong number 2 with this great cover by Mark Schultz of Xenozoic Tales and Cadillacs and Dinosaurs fame. So happy to have that out of the way. Got Tales of Terror number 2. Sick cover. Think I might have my Twisted Tales run completed now. Found number 5 with this great Richard Corbin cover. Number 6. I think that's Bolton again. Number 8. Great cover there. Number 9. And number 10, another great Richard Corbin cover there. Or no, I'm sorry, that's Pound. Who I've never heard of outside of those Pacific sci-fi and horror comics, but does great covers. Got this, because I'd never seen it. Millennium Comics Weird Tales Illustrated #1, so just grabbed it. Eternity Comics Fright #1. Another tough one to find here. Monster Comics Freaks #1, based on the movie. G.I. Joe 60, Todd McFarlane cover. Early stuff. Found some more 90s bad girl stuff. This is Razor #8. Razor Uncut #29. Later stuff's harder to find from what I understand. This is Razor Torture #3. Razor Dark Angel crossover, The Final Nail. It's a Mike Bair cover. He was awesome. Don't know what happened to him. Got the Rye Companion. Found Tim Vigil's EO #1. This is a messed up book, beyond adult. It's pretty much pornographic. It was very controversial when it came out, but you don't see these too often. Got Witchblade Wolverine #1. Or no, that's 5. So no, it says chapter 5. Where's the number? I think this is #2. I don't even see the issue numbers on the front. And I think this is #1. But I could be wrong. But they both have Michael Turner covers. Found Ninja High School #1. Big fan of that. Another great 90s gimmick red foil cover here. This is Vampirella #25. Vampirella, this is a prestige format, just says book 1. I don't know if it's reprints or what, but love that cover. I think it might be Charles Vess. Although that could be Kaluta too. That is a beauty. I'm not sure who did that. I'm going to have to look it up. And found Classics Illustrated Moby Dick. That's the issue by Bill Sienkiewicz. Star Wars New Hope #1 with this stunning Dave Dorman cover. And found Captain Harlock #1. I think I'm going to cut it off for there, and I'll show the rest in another video just for the sake of time. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. Always appreciate your time. Everyone take care of yourselves and enjoy your comics.